Hi, this is Anitra coming back to you guys. Just wanted to give you an update. So I had my surgery on the 12th, and they had me on LDN, which is a low dose naltrexone. I'm talking about the fertility specialist in New York, in Syracuse, New York, that I'm going to go to this time around. They started me also on the estrogen, which is supposed to help thicken the lining, I guess, of my uterus and do some other great things before having IVF. So I started that also on the 12th after I had my surgery. I'm also on a special prenatal vitamin because I have a folic acid deficiency, which I found out going to the doctors here in Georgia, Georgia reproductive specialist. So I've had 2 IUIs, 1 IVF. And so this second IVF, I have chosen to go to CNY Fertility, which is in Syracuse, New York, because they have a like I mentioned in my last video, they have a really really vigorous protocol. They're not so stuck, I guess, in the past. Like my last doctor, she's really good and thorough, but when I asked her when I had my IVF the first time, when it failed, why didn't they test me for the natural killer cells and things such as that? And she said, why would I? So that really took me aback. I was going to go to a different doctor after that, but after I had a meeting with her, I decided to go ahead and give her another chance. I had my IUI. And this time she did test me after I mentioned I wanted to get tested. My natural killer cells were fine, but I do have an elevated level of cytokines, which is also something dealing with autoimmune. And so she put me on prednisone. So we had the IUI, and I got pregnant, but my beta came back negative. So I'm waiting for I was on Permethrin, waiting for my period to start, and never started the way it normally does. And then so when I was about to move on to the next phase of IVF, they told me to, my period doesn't come, to give them a call if it didn't come. So, okay, I said, let me go ahead and take a test. And lo and behold, I took a test and I was pregnant. But that was short-lived because it ended up being an ectopic pregnancy, and I had to have laparoscopy to remove, the baby, because it was outside of, it was out, like in between my uterus and my fallopian tube. I don't know how that happened. So anyway, to make a long story short, I had the surgery recently. Because after when the emergency doctor went in there for the to remove the what do you call it, the baby, she saw that I had endometriosis. So I told my doctors in Syracuse about that, and they said that they wanted me to get another laparoscopy to remove that so they can give me the best chances possible. So I had that, and when they went in there, she said that because of the fact, she said that it wasn't as much endometriosis as she saw the first time, and I believe that's because of the low dose naltrexone that they have me on, which is to help my immune system. And I read up on it, and it's to help, it helps decrease endometriosis. It helps people with cancer, lupus, even HIV. So I believe that was attributed to the LDN. So what happened was they gave me my the people in Syracuse gave me my protocol, my list of things I was supposed to do, but to me it just wasn't, I guess, I don't know, it just wasn't, I guess, explanatory enough. So anyway, the last day I was supposed to take the estrace was on the 18th, because they told me my period didn't come by the 23rd to give them a call. So I called them yesterday, and that's when they told me that the last day I was supposed to take the estrace was on the 18th. And so my period is supposed to be here today, but it's still not here. And that's probably because of the fact that I was still taking the estrace past the 18th, 19th, 20, 21, 22 for like 4 days extra. So now I'm just waiting for my period to come. And it feels like it's about to come, but I think because of the fact that I stayed on the estrace a little bit longer than I was supposed to, that it's not here yet. But it should be coming. As soon as it comes, I'm going to give them a call on the first of my period so I can get ready to go for my baselines, and then they can tell me when I can start taking my stimulation meds. So I just wanted to keep you guys informed, let you know what's going on, and I will even try to take some video when I have my baseline. You know, I'm really kind of new at this stuff, and I see everybody's really fancy and tech savvy. I don't think I'm gonna get to that level. I just wanted to kind of just bring you guys along, you know, with me on my journey. So